Hey everyone, I'm Ron Kloffenstein, and you're in the hot seat on a Media Monday. We want to welcome everyone who's streaming the video of this broadcast on Facebook Live, on 955theheat.com, and those of you who are listening on our broadcast on 95.5 FM The Heat. Tonight, I'll take you to one of the coolest places to hang out on a Saturday night. It's called Cousins Pinball. We're also going to talk about accessible fashion with Christine Golden, who advises the kids who run Cinderella's Closet and Prince Charming's Closet at Proctor High School. And Ace Morreale will be here to discuss social workers for justice. But first, yesterday, my husband and I were having lunch at Wendy's in Rome, and we made a bunch of new enterprising friends. They're the leaders and members of Girl Scout Troop number 20010. They're working so hard that I said them come on the radio here with me today, and here they are. We're joined in the studio by troop leaders Elizabeth Ballack, Charity Baker, Nancy Novak, and the members of troop number 20010. Catherine, you're right there. You're right next to me here. You're one of those members of troop 20010. Tell me about your experience in Girl Scouts. You have some cool badges there.
I'm really happy that I'm in this troop. One of the badges that I've earned is the babysitting badge. What I had to do, I had to build a babysitting badge.
Wow. A bag, you said, right?
Yes.
Babysitting bag, yep.
I had to put like a first aid kit just in case like anybody got hurt. A couple of dollars just in case like the ice cream truck came.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. I wouldn't have thought of that. I like that.
Then I made sure I had like a couple of snacks, some water. I made sure that I was ready to go.
What are some of the other badges that you've earned? Make sure you're holding the mic up there.
One of the other badges that I've earned is cybersecurity.
Oh my gosh, that's really cool. So what did you do for that?
I learned.
We could use you here around the studio.
So what I did is, what did I do?
You learned about ciphers.
Oh yeah, I did learn about ciphers.
You learned about how to keep safety and how to protect yourself.
Oh, interesting. Good. Very good. Very good skills.
I learned about a lot.
So, Luna, I want to ask you a little bit. So it sounds like you guys learn a lot of really good practical skills. It sounds like it's fun, but it's useful too. So what are some of the badges that you're proud of that you've earned? Well, I see a bunch of them right on your shirt there, on your vest there. What were some of the that you had to work for the most, do you think?
Did you do project manager where you made slime?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that sounds great. You made slime?
Yeah.
So what does a project manager do? You made a project? You organize a project, or?
Well, it's like making things.
Do you feel that being in the Girl Scouts has taught you skills that you can use like at school, maybe at sports and other clubs, like in your life?
Yeah.
I would think so. But in the selling too. Do you enjoy the selling? The cookies? Let's bring one of the leaders on here. So I want to introduce Elizabeth Ballack right there. Mm-hmm. You were at Wendy's yesterday when I was having lunch. And
Yeah. So
what is your role with
actually I'm
you want to scooch into that mic there? We got two mics here, so it's kind of technological.
So I'm a volunteer parent.
Yeah, great.
The leadership of the troop is really Nancy and
we're going to talk
Charity.
to them in too.
Yep. And what I do is I kind of I help coordinate things behind the scenes, and I just support the troop where it needs a little bit of extra support. I drive to events, I attend cookie booths and things like that. But what's been really nice about working with this troop for the girls is that for cookie sales, it really is about them learning how to interact with the public.
That's a good skill.
It's setting a goal and working toward achieving it and keeping track of where you are getting toward that goal.
Yeah.
We really encourage the girls on how to learn how to keep track of their inventory. If something goes out, you need to make sure you're keeping track of that. If you're running low,
what's popular?
It's their business. We work with the girls to make sure they know how to make change and how to avoid arguments
Yep.
over change. You
Yep.
you leave what you paid out
That's a
invisible.
good skill
and-
too.
and
I used to work
make
in a
change.
store, right? Like you would leave the 20s on the till before.
Exactly.
Yep.
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 And so it's a lot of those life skills.
Yeah, yeah.
That at least as a parent, sometimes I feel our society is starting to lose track of.
Right. The
So we-
practical, basic
Exactly.
things, sensible, common sense stuff. Like,
Yep.
yeah. Now, what do you see, like, as a parent? Like, what do you see? What change do you see in your kids when they become a Girl Scout? When they start to earn the badges and do stuff and sell stuff?
Self-confidence. They look at challenges and they're more willing to undertake that challenge instead of kind of sitting back. And not every challenge is pushed through.
Right.
And you're not always successful when you hit it, but
That's a good lesson,
you
too.
attempt.
Yes.
And then we can regroup as a group, figure out where things kind of fell apart, and then how to get to success.
Oh, I like
and this
that.
troop has really pulled together
I like
to do
that.
things like that.
Yeah. Let's bring some of the other troop leaders in here. So I'm going to introduce Charity Baker and Nancy Novak. And you guys are the leaders of the troop. What is Troop 20010? What is it all about? What do you guys do?
It's about
What
new
is Girl
beginnings.
Scouts? Oh, I like that. New
Yeah,
beginnings.
their troop crest is the new beginnings, and we start new things. If you're not, because you don't know. A lot of the girls come in and like they're nervous.
Yeah.
They're not sure what to expect, so we help them to develop their own interests.
Right,
And just
right.
because you like it and their friends don't like it, it's okay that your friends don't like it.
I like that, the individuality.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with the badges, it kind of represents the individuality. Because do they choose what badges to pursue?
Yes, cadet and older, they.
Like certain
there's-
age, like
yeah, that's like a 50-50
yeah.
when they're cadets, and then when they get older, we let them choose
Like
whatever.
more options
and
to
let
try
them.
different
It's okay to
things.
make mistakes.
Oh, I
we
like
want you
that.
to make mistakes.
I like that.
It's like we're not going to yell at you because that's how you learn.
Right, right. Now, were you guys Girl Scouts, you and Nancy, when you were growing up?
Yes.
What did Girl Scouts do for you? You can pass with my little podcast mic there. We're gonna put you on the radio mic there. That big red clown nose. Just talk into the big red clown nose that was there. So Nancy, you were a Girl Scout.
Yes.
Obviously, it made such an impact on you that you wanted to continue as adulthood and help other girls come up in the program. What did Girl Scouts do for you?
Well, yes, it gave me a lot of self-confidence and the ability to talk in front of people and ask people. That can be very terrifying
Can
for a young girl to do, for anybody to do.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I would like to say that Girl Scouts, the girl is actually an acronym.
Really?
Girl stands for G, go-getter,
Ah,
I, innovator, R, risk taker, because we do things
I
like
like
sell
that.
cookies,
Yes.
and L, very important, leader. Because if you do all those things, you become a leader. And I think that's something that Girl Scouts instilled in me. I am someone that I'll sit in the background, I'm okay. But if it comes down to it and nobody's going to take charge, watch out, because I will step up to the plate and say, okay, that's the direction we need to go.
Good
I
for
believe a lot
you.
of that came from Girl Scouting.
good for you guys. I'm gonna give you a fist bump here. I like what you're all about there. So I'm sure that like you would set a good positive role model for these kids to show them like how to step up when the time comes and how to do stuff like this and how to be a leader. I think it's hard to lead. You know.
I think
to-
what I used to do for them when they first started is admit when I make mistakes.
Yeah.
Let
right.
them know as an adult we make mistakes too. It's a learning process for all of us.
Such a good example of that because adults do make mistakes and life is about mistakes and picking yourself up
And then owning
doing
up
more.
to it.
Yeah. So tell me about what this cookie sale is all about and this trip you guys are going to go on and what you're raising money for.
What are we
let's
raising
ask
money
some-
for, girls?
Let's get those little podcast mics on here. Catherine is a pro because she has been on that mic so carefully. I'm impressed by that. So Catherine, what's going on with the Troop 20010?
So, we are raising money to go to Legoland.
Oh my
over by
gosh,
New York City.
Legoland!
Yes,
Wow,
we are very
wow.
excited.
Well, I'm so glad I had you guys on because I'm so excited about that. So, so how much money do you got to raise? You got a lot?
It's like a good 2,000.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
these cookies are so popular that I kind of
Yeah.
think you guys are going to be capable of that.
Yeah,
you
I'm
know.
really excited to see if we can get toward it.
Tell me about the experience of selling cookies. Like when I was in 11th grade, I got a job in a toy store. It was my first job, and I had to talk to the public and sell stuff, and it was the best experience I ever had because it broke me out of my shell, made me confident, and be able to talk to anyone. I see that in you already. So can you talk about that? What is it like to sell these cookies?
To me, it's a little bit nerve-wracking.
It would naturally be, but you step up and you do it.
Yeah.
And how does that feel when you've done it?
I feel pretty good about it because...
It's called closing a sale, and it's a very good skill.
Yeah, it is. When I sell cookies, I'm more on the shy side because I don't like going out into the open.
Yep.
But...
You would never know.
Yeah.
I'm like that too, but I think with me, you would never know. That's how you gotta be. You push yourself. Yeah. How about you? How about your friend Luna there? What's the cookie selling experience like for you? What do you get out of it? You talk to people you never met before. You make a transaction. You do some business with people. All those things that people do when they're successful in life. How does that make you feel?
Good.
Is there any badges that you're interested in working on that you want to pursue still? Catherine, you could tell me too if there's any badges that you might like too. Luna, if you got something you're working on. So Catherine, why don't you go ahead there?
I'm really excited to work on the water badge that my friend said. I'm really interested in doing all the research because I love doing research.
Oh, I like hearing that. I teach ELA. I like that.
It's really fun because when I have one specific topic that I get to do, I get to ask so many questions about it.
Yeah.
And learn a lot more about it. So I'm really excited for that badge.
And once you learn that stuff, what do you do with the knowledge that you have with these badges? You now know how to take care of kids. You know how to do cybersecurity, which is a really good skill. You're going to learn about water stuff. How will that impact your life?
I'm thinking for the cybersecurity, if my grandfather got stuck, I could help him get past it.
Right.
Yeah. I'm kind of excited.
It's such an important field, it's such an important thing. And I want to ask you guys too, what is the overall goals of your Girl Scout? You have your individual badges, you want to go to Legoland, that's really great.
Yeah.
So stuff when you all come together, what do you talk about? What do you do?
We talk about, we have, parts of the law that we do. We split it up into 9 individual parts. And we talk about what we did in that week.
Oh, nice.
So we meet on Mondays.
Yeah.
6:30 to 8:30.
But not today. You got an excuse because you're here on the air.
Yeah. So one person has one part of the law. And we talk about what we did. Which one do I have now, Miss Charity?
We just picked it last week. I have no idea.
Well, let me ask you a good question here. So I teach 8th grade. So why should an 8th grader, middle school kid, get involved in Scouts? What's your best pitch? Like if a kid came up to you and say, I'm interested in Scouts. What should I get involved? What would you say?
I would say you really should get involved because you can learn things that people now don't know how to do. Like making change.
Oh, I like that.
Like when someone hands you a 50 and they owe you $30
math,
or something
you gotta
like
count
that.
it back
You would
to
have
them.
to give them $20 back.
Yep.
You have to know that simple math.
And you have to do it in the moment when you're a little bit under pressure too, which is really makes the skill even a better skill, I think.
Yeah, it really is.
So, guys, we got to wrap this up. I want to know where you're going to be. Where can people buy these cookies next? How can you get them?
We'll be at Singertown Mall this
Singertown
Saturday
Mall.
from noon to 2 at the fountain and outside of Target.
Very easy to find. So
And
you're going to be. Oh,
Sunday
she's trying to hand you the podcast mic here.
Sunday at noon to 2, we'll be out in the night at Walmart.
Okay, so Saturday.
And we'll also be at Wendy's again in Rome, noon to 4.
That is my favorite place to eat. So go to Wendy's, go to Singertown, go to Oneida, buy some Girl Scout cookies, support these guys, going to Legoland, doing great stuff. Thank you guys for coming on the show. We're hanging out today with the leaders and members of Girl Scout troop number 20010. If you see them out and about, buy some. When we get back, I'll take you to one of my favorite places, to Cousins Pinball. We're also going to meet Ace Morreale and Christine Golden from Proctor High. We'll talk about Cinderella's Closet and Prince Charming's Closet. I'm Ron Klopfenstein, and you're in the hot seat on a Media Monday. Here we go. This is Ron Klopfenstein, and you're in the hot seat on a Media Monday. Hey everyone, welcome back to the hot seat on this Media Monday. I'm Ron Klopfenstein. To Cousins Pinball hosts an array of 40 pinball games spanning over 50 years of time. But it's more than just pinball. Their venue offers a location to come together with friends, family, co-workers, and other pinheads. Photojournalist and AI content producer Jim Hale and I were there this past weekend, and we have this report. I'm Ron Klopfenstein. One of my favorite things to do on a Saturday night is to play pinball. And I wanted to find out what this origin story was of this cool place I love to hang out. It's called Two Cousins Pinball in Marcy. I'm going to talk to the owners and some of the people here who come to play pinball. I'm with Kevin and Matt, and Kevin and Matt are the two cousins. This is your place?
Yes.
So what's this backstory here? What's the origin story of Two Cousins Pinball?
Well, it started with this guy at a pool table behind us drinking some beers.
That pool table there?
That pool table right there.
Yeah.
So he found a pinball machine online, the Indiana Jones, and I'll let you finish the story.
First game. Yep.
So what was about the Indiana Jones that you had to buy it?
Well, Indiana Jones is my favorite movie series, and with a little bit of research that Kevin and I were kind of doing, it happened to be a pretty coveted game, and seemed like a lot of fun. And after some searching, Kevin and I were talking about it, as we always do, and it was a game out in Boston. We knew nothing about pinball machines, and it was all bought, as Kevin said, late at night. We're right over there, and I said, I'm going to offer him this, and I sent him a text. And he came back, yep. I go, I guess we bought our first pinball machine.
So Roger, do you come here and play very often?
Yeah, I come here about once a month, sometimes a little more.
Why? What do you like about this place?
A lot of it's the nostalgia, the sounds and everything.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Playing the old games, and then even up to the new games. You know.
You kind of can walk through the history of pinball here.
Yeah. You play some of the older machines from the 60s, 70s.
Kind of like the
I think,
old 50s style. You can imagine people with their leather jackets here, playing.
Yeah. Oh,
games.
absolutely.
And then you go all the way up to what's your favorite now?
I'm into the Dungeons and Dragons machine. It's over there. Yeah.
That first game, this is before you had the pinball, the pinball halls, that we call it.
Yep.
Okay, so before you had this, when did you go from having a game or games to opening your own place?
Well, after IJ, you bought Star Wars, correct?
That was our first brand new pinball machine, was a Star Wars game.
And then from his research online, I'm researching online, and I found the Munsters. A guy in Texas had it.
I love the Munsters.
I do too, and I believe it's a beautiful cabinet, the black and white with a color contrast. So the story behind that is I talked to the guy and I said, listen, you could probably take me for all I'm worth. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I said, would you be willing to ship it home for me? Because I could do that, but I'm going to show you, because this won't be your last pinball purchase. And he was dead right. Because it went from there to before you know it, I had 4 in the basement, Matt gets 3 or 4 more. We just started this frenzy of finding games that we like the themes and we remember playing when we were teenagers.
We probably grew it to about 17 games overall.
Yeah.
And talking to our wives, seeing the passion that we had, and also the joy it brings to people.
Oh, yeah.
That it was probably over a year and a half that we all got together, and we're really encouraged by family because of really the joy that pinball does bring to people and the collective collaboration, and I would say the friendship that it's really parlayed. But I was
talking to some of the people here, and that's what they talked about, the community they've built up, and just a friendly vibe. People can come here and have snacks and hang out and talk, and they've made new friends, and the league and
they're texting each other, calling each other. Hey, what are you doing tonight? I'm at the pin hall. They all come on down and hang out, and that's been a great satisfaction to this whole thing. It really has. We've made some great friends as well. Just our patrons are our friends, so which is awesome.
I'm with Chris, and Chris has challenged me to a game. We're gonna play the Kiss game. I love these old retro kind of style games.
Yeah, definitely. So I like the new ones too, though. You know,
their variety series is amazing. So what do you like about pinball?
It's a break from every day. You know, it's I wish it was every day.
Yeah.
But you know, with everything going on in the world right now, it's nice to just do something that doesn't make you think about anything but what you're doing.
Right.
When I'm playing pinball, I don't care about my bills. I don't care about groceries. You know, the world's a scary place right now. It's a release, escape.
It brings us back to our youth, and we just love certain, like
so
like a
did you guys grow up together, like cousins and stuff?
Yeah.
Did you guys play pinball and go to arcades and stuff, or video games?
We did. I mean, so his mom, my mom are sisters. They both had different shifts, so it was like every day, either my mother was babysitting Matt at my house or I was at Matt's house. So ever since I can remember, 4 or 5 years old, ever since I can remember, we've always been together. And I can tell you stories about our summer vacations and trips and stuff. That's a whole. It's amazing. But neither one of us have been arrested in jail, so kind of a thing. But yeah, through our whole life.
It's so cool. Like still as adults, like you're working together, have this thing together. You know, what a great thing.
Time to play a game.
So this is another one of my favorite games here. It's called Pinball Pool. This is one of the retro games here. One of the great things about playing games at Two Cousins Pinball is that you kind of get to experience the history of pinball, from the 1950s games to the cool digital modern 2026 games. But whatever you want to play, I guarantee you'll have a great time here. At Two Cousins Pinball, I'm Ron Klopfenstein for 95.5 FM, The Heat. Two Cousins Pinball is open Thursdays from 5:30 to 9:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 3 to 11. They're located at 9360 River Road in Marcy. I'm going to have that story streaming for you tonight at 9 p.m. My YouTube channel, Facebook, TikTok, and all that. And this whole show will be online Wednesday at uticaphoenix.net/Media Monday. Ace Morreale joins us here in the studio now. She's with Social Workers for Justice, an advocacy organization and collective dedicated to building power of social workers to drive systematic change. Ace, what are you guys working on?
Yes, so I'm the upstate coordinator for Social Workers for Justice. We are a nonprofit that is dedicating to supporting New York social workers across the whole state. Right now, we are working on our first objective that we created. So we're about a few years old now, and we've been building up towards passing the Social Work Workforce Act.
What would that do?
So this bill eliminates the entry-level licensure exam. So currently, the way it works in New York State is, in order to become a licensed social worker, you need to get your MSW at an accredited school. You have to work 900 hours in your internship, often unpaid.
Wow.
And then at the end of that, you take a test that is, as I'll get into in this conversation, has never been tested to actually work or help students actually see that they're ready to be like social workers. So it has become a barrier.
Yeah.
And we have requested, the organization is called ASWB, are the ones who run the licensure exam. They had released the data once on the pass rates, and it has found that social workers of color, social workers who are older, and a bunch of different demographics are failing at a considerably larger rate than their white urban counterparts. And that's really not okay.
That's troubling.
Yes.
Right.
It is preventing quite literally thousands of social workers from being licensed, and thus is it's contributing to the social worker shortage in New York State.
Right. Now, Ace, we do not have too much time. I apologize for that. I will book you again. But what could people do? What could people do to help? Because we need more social workers, obviously, and I think most people would like to do something to to help get more people out there in the field. How can people help?
That's a great question. There's actually multiple different ways. We try to make it so that way there's different avenues depending on what you would like to do. If you yourself are a social worker, you could reach out to us, even me specifically. I know you'll put on your website that you go to socialworkersforjustice.org is for our whole organization. You can reach me, Ace, at socialworkersforjustice.org is my work email.
Ace at socialworkersforjustice.org.
Yes. And I can help you get set up and however you like to do this. And you don't have to be a social worker to help us. We appreciate allies as well as organizations who hire social workers, as this bill affects their ability.
To get staff.
We had sent out a survey to over 300 organizations across New York State, and we found that 99.9% of them have social worker positions open that they cannot fill.
Wow.
So this
including
bill,
schools, I would imagine too. You know, it's like
so this bill is definitely, if it passes, which is steadily gaining traction in Albany right now, if it passes, will quite literally let thousands of social workers fill these positions. And in this area, you know, we're quite rural, and there are people who are struggling to get services because we don't have the personnel to fill them. Our organization is helping to get that done. And we're hoping to pass this sometime this year so that we could then do more objectives. We hope for raising pay or unionization and all sorts of other stuff. So this is our first objective. We have many more to come, but we definitely need everyone's help to get this done.
And Ace, we will have you back on the show to talk more at length. I'm sorry we had a little mix up with the video there. So I want to, one more time, how can people get in touch? What's the website for the group, and how can people get in touch with you?
So the website for the group is socialworkersforjustice.org, and you can reach me at ace at socialworkersforjustice.org is my email. And so if you have any questions, or whether you're a social worker or ally organization, get a hold of me and I can answer any question.
Thank you for being here. Ace Morreale is a member of Social Workers for Justice, an advocacy organization and collective dedicated to building the power of social workers to drive systematic change. If you'd like more information, check them out, socialworkersforjustice.org. When we come back, Proctor High School's Christine Golden will join us to discuss Cinderella's Closet and Prince Charming's Closet. I'm Ron Klopfenstein. You're in the hot seat on a Media Monday. I'll have more after the break.
Thank you.
This is Ron Klopfenstein, and you're in the hot seat on a Media Monday. Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. On the next Hot Seat Media Monday, we're going to talk about how people use media to grieve and to help others get over their grief too. My guests are going to be Colleen Campbell and podcaster Dave Roberts. Both have experienced great loss in their lives and will share their insights and lessons they've learned about coping and resilience with the rest of us. That's next week, March 9th on Hot Seat Media Monday, right here on 95.5 FM The Heat. Christine Golden is a co-advisor of Cinderella's Closet and Prince Charming's Closet. They provide free dresses, suits, and tuxedos so every student can show up to formal events feeling confident and included. She joins us here in the studio now. So what do these closets do?
Hi Ron, thanks for having me. These closets offer free formal and semi-formal outfits to any students or community members that need them. We don't just help Proctor kids, we have helped kids from as far away as Adirondack and Casanova, and we have had kids from Rome. Anybody and everyone can come and get an outfit from us. They are all free, you do not return them. They're yours to keep forever and ever.
So if prom's coming up or dances coming up, you know, you see the flyers all over school. I see them too. What does it do to a kid like who feels like they can't afford to buy the right clothes or can't afford to even buy any clothes really to go to something like that?
It can be really devastating for them, especially if, you know, you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend and they get asked and they're like, I can't go because I know I can't afford an outfit. We also have students, you know, our seniors will save up literally from junior year or sophomore year to afford to pay for, and they'll only go to senior ball. They won't go to junior prom because they can't afford both.
Because of the finances.
Yes, absolutely. And we do our dresses. We've done quinceañeras. We actually outfitted a whole wedding. The Oneida County Dairy Princess several years ago won in one of our one with one of our dresses. We do not judge. And we've given to adults and students, so it's open to the community.
What do you see with kids like when they have access to these formal clothes and they find the right dress or the right tux? Like, what does it do for them?
It's a glow up, literally. Last year we had our open house and a young woman came from another area district, and she had never worn a dress before. And we have a lot of volunteers, and one of my colleagues was helping her, and had never heard, they're pulling dresses out for her, and she goes, I didn't know I could wear a dress. My dad always said I was too ugly to wear one.
Oh my gosh.
So we were like, oh honey, we're gonna jack you up. And because we have the shoes, we have the jewelry, we've got, you need a shawl, if you need a shawl or something like that. Yeah, we have it all for them.
Yeah.
So, and we decked her out in a red number, and she was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
You're a teacher, so what do you see like when kids are confident and feel good about themselves and feel like they're included? What does it do for them?
It's everything. Their self-esteem goes up. They act, out in class as far as answering questions and not being nervous. You see them join clubs and different things like that. And you just see them just have this phenomenal, I can be a princess or I can be a prince. I mean, we had a girl years ago who was asked the day of senior ball, like literally got asked at lunchtime. And she was a girl with curves. And she goes, she came to see me and went, you don't have anything for me, I'm too big. And I went, oh, no, we do not do that here. And we went down to the closet. I had one, literally, she was a size 28. Yeah. And it was gorgeous on her. And she walked into that senior ball and she was like, yeah, I'm the queen. Come look at me. And you could see like she was glowing. It was just phenomenal. And her date was like, where did you get this dress? Like he didn't think she'd be able to pull it off.
What a great story. And I like that the culture is becoming more size inclusive.
Oh, yeah.
Are you seeing that among kids?
Oh, absolutely. I tell them all the time. I mean, I've been teaching for 27 years. I graduated high school in 93. Yeah. We didn't have, when I went to prom and ball, I had to either custom order, which my family did not have the funds for, or go to JCPenney's and pray.
Yeah.
And so a lot of my dresses, I couldn't have the bedazzled stuff because they didn't have them in my size because I had curves. And so I see today it's so much more with all the styles, and the guys, they want to look hot too. And so
so what's Prince Charming Closet have?
Well, Prince Charming's has got suits, we've got tuxedos, every color, you name it, we got it. Nice. We have shoes. We've got over 200 suits. We have over 300 dresses in Cinderella's closet. Over 200 of those dresses have price tags still on them. They've never been worn.
Oh my gosh.
So we have a lot of people in the community who donate, and we're very thankful to all of them. But that's why I need people to come out Saturday from 10 to 2 at Proctor High School. We're open to the public because I have a lot of stock, I'll call it, and Fire Marshal's not happy with me. And I need to get rid of some of these dresses and suits.
Clearance sale.
Exactly. and they're free, and they can, I always tell the young men, because they'll say, well, I'm running a tuxedo, but every young man needs a suit for, God forbid, a church thing.
Job interviews.
Exactly, things like that. And then, I tell my girls, you can always use another dress if, let's say, you go to a different prom or ball at a different school. You don't want to wear the dress twice because that's a big no-no now. You can get another dress.
I think it always was, but probably more so now with social media and stuff. Do you think the kids have changed from the time that we were kids? Like when I was in high school, I was much heavier than this. I didn't look like this. I was bullied because of my size. I also didn't involve myself in things because I was gay. Mm-hmm. So I never considered going to proms or dances. I was completely excluded from all that social life. Mm-hmm. And now, are things better now?
Absolutely. I mean, in my high school, I'm going back, there was a group of girls, we wanted to go to prom together because we didn't have boyfriends. They would not let us because of how it would look. We had to go find guys who were not nice guys
the
to come with us.
Back then was institutionalized.
Absolutely. Yeah. And today I've had guys come and guys get a dress. I've had girls come and say, do you have a tuxedo for me? Yes. Nice. And a lot of our students are very creative and can sew. So they may take a suit and they'll custom it so it's not big and bulky. Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is very nice too. But everybody goes. There's never been an issue. They go in groups. They go with their boyfriend, girlfriend. Sometimes they'll,
and people of all sizes too.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. The kids, that's compared to when I was in school, and I tell them all the time that it's very different, that you don't let anybody eat lunch by themselves. You don't let, a kid will go up to you at Proctor and be like, "Hi, are you new here? Why are you eating by yourself?" Like, they don't like it. It freaks them out to have kids be alone. They're like, "What's wrong? You need a friend? Like, what's going on?"
I love to hear that, because when I was in high school, middle school, junior high, I was completely excluded, bullied, ostracized. I like this, and it damaged me to this day.
Absolutely.
You know? So yeah. What's the thing Saturday? Like, how do people come to this, and how do people get these clothes?
Saturday, it's at Proctor High School. You go in through the Arcurie entrance, which is our main entrance, and we're going to have everything set up in the first floor cafeteria. You'll see the signs and the dresses and the suits, and you can come. We'll have dressing rooms, and we're also open after school for people, like the kids who need it, but we always do a Saturday opening. This way they can have that opportunity to bring mom, bring grandma, bring dad to help me pick out an experience. Exactly, because a lot of kids, that's part of growing up, to have that opportunity. And so, and we've had
dad take his son to get his suit. What a nice thing,
absolutely. And so it's really popular. The weather right now looks like it's going to be great.
It is going to be great,
So we just want, it's open to everybody, and we just want, the word out there. If your kid needs an outfit, let's say for graduation, or maybe they're at the middle school and they need it for middle school graduation or a dance, we absolutely, we have stuff that might work for your kid.
My JFK kids could come to
absolutely.
this too. Nice,
absolutely.
Nice. And Donovan kids. And,
yes.
And actually, you're saying people from all different schools too.
Yes, we get a lot. I get Clinton, I've gotten kids from, and I have a lot of connections in other school districts. And they'll say, can we send over? We get a lot of foster families, because they'll get a kid last minute, and they'll say the kid wants to go. Can you hook us up?
It's expensive to buy a suit. I mean,
well, you put in the dress, like the typical dresses. I just got a bunch
dresses, I'm sure,
donated from when Pickers went out of business. They were we're very thankful. They were very good to us. But the typical dress, you're looking at $500 to $600 now. Then you throw in the shoes, the hairdo, the nails. The whole thing, and it is very, very hard. It really is. And then if you want a limo or something like that, forget about it.
Stephanie, you have any questions?
Would you ever think of opening a closet at JFK or Donovan, the two middle schools?
We have talked about that. It's just getting people who maybe want to get involved to help with that, because me being at Proctor, getting to a middle school, or it would be rough. But we do have kids who come and ask for graduation dresses or moving up dresses. And
there's a lot of it, for younger kids, there's stuff too.
Absolutely. And like people donate, and sometimes the sizes, like I've got several tuxedos that are, I think, First Communion tuxedos. They're for like little boys. They're cute as a button, but my freshmen are small, but they're not that small. So, but absolutely, and that's why I always open it up to them to make sure everybody knows. And if you're, listening, you have friends, and I don't care if it's Whitesboro, Clinton, Rome, wherever, you can come. This is open to the community.
Where is Proctor, for those who don't know? We know where it is.
It's 1203 Hilton Ave, and you would park in the teacher's parking lot, which is across from the stadium. And then you'll just walk right into the Arcurie entrance. There's security there.
Pretty easy to find the Arcurie entrance. It's like the modern part.
Yes, the modern part. And you'll see other people there, and then you'll see signs to basically lead you to the cafeteria, which is all on the first floor. So it's very accessible if you have somebody with a wheelchair
but I'm sure those signs help.
And we'll have kids there. We have a lot of adults who are coming to help. The Cinderella's Closet's part of the Utica Kiwanians, because it's part of my Key Club. And so myself and Miss Barak, we run the Key Club, and that's part of it. So the Kiwanians, the Utica Kiwanians, are going to be there to help us, which we appreciate. And just the school district's been incredibly just supportive of the whole thing, supplying us with racks and putting things up for us. So we're very thankful to them also.
I'm happy to hear that.
Yes.
Is it also open to Whitesboro or New Hartford people?
Absolutely. And even, Herkimer Valley schools, anything, or even Madison County schools.
Oh, wow. Great.
We've had them come from all over the place. So we don't turn anybody away. Where there's no judgment, and we don't turn you away. The only real rule we have is you get one dress or one suit, and you can't sell it. Like we have had people try to come in and not even try on a dress. They just want to grab one to sell it on, eBay or, Facebook Market. And we're like, we're very lucky to have who we have. We can't do that.
How can the community help? Like if people can get clothes from different districts, can the whole community help out? Like
we do take donations of, prom dresses, semi-formal dresses, fancy shoes, and then the suits, ties, stuff like that. Right now, we're really full.
You're
we're really full. But we normally, if it wasn't, I would say right now, you just bring them to Proctor and they get them to us. We do ask to make sure they're not ripped or soiled or anything, and that, spritz them up so if they have been in your attic a long time, the musty smell, Febreze them or something.
Get that off. Yeah.
And people think, like, well, my dress is from 1987. The kids eat that stuff up. They love
retro,
they love the vintage and retro, whether it be the suits or the pretty and pink dresses. The kids love that stuff. They really do.
It's so nice to hear about boys interested in clothes too, because I like fashion a lot. Yeah. So I think it's great to pursue that, be interested in that too. You know, it's really good because it's important and it makes you feel good. And kids need to feel good. To feel
absolutely.
Confident. They really do.
And we have our teachers will come, and we have some younger teachers, males, who will come and they'll help the boys make sure everything works well together. The colors aren't, because I my kids are grown and I had daughters, so I can't.
Right. And
suits are not my thing.
Keep up with styles,
Yes,
so.
exactly.
We have a nice school.
Yes,
to do all of this stuff, and not just to do it for the students that we have, but for the community.
Yes.
I think it's great. So one more time, what's Saturday? Where do they go? What can they do?
It's this Saturday, and you come to Proctor High School, 1203 Hilton Ave, and it's from 10 to 2. And just come in through the main Arcuri entrance, which is on the new part of the building across from the stadium, and we'll hook you up.
Nice. Then when you get done with that, head down to the mall, buy some cookies from the Girl Scouts. Then when you get done with that, head over to Cousins Pinball, play pinball all night. You can play with me. I'm going to be there. So we've been hanging out today with Christine Golden from Cinderella's Closet and Prince Charming's Closet at Utica's Proctor High School. Also, associate producer Stefan Rubitsky was sitting in with us. I want to thank our listeners for tuning in tonight on 95.5 FM The Heat. We're going to have this episode of Hot Seat Media Monday, streaming Wednesday at 9 p.m. at uticaphoenix.net/Media Monday and on my YouTube channel and social media accounts. Our sound engineer is Jonathan Brooks. He's DJ Jay Easy. He's up next with the Easy Ride Home. Jim Hale records the show for YouTube and podcasts, and he's our AI content producer. Stefan Rubitsky, Nabil Khan, Willie Christopher, and Nick Phillips are associate producers, and I'm your host, Ron Kloffenstein. I'll be back next week with another Hot Seat Media Monday.